My kids and I are so bored with homeschooling. I've been looking for a more interesting curriculum to grab their attention, but nothing seems to work. They're starting to be tired of being homeschooled, and frankly, so am I. I have to pull my kids to do their schoolwork, and I'm always met with tiresome resistance and conflict. I'm so exhausted, I feel like I need a break. But I know I haven't done a good enough job educating them to deserve one. I'm desperate for something to change.
A lifestyle learning approach to home education will free you from the burnout and boredom caused by following an irrelevant agenda for your children's education. When your children were very young, they were excited about learning. Their excitement for growing in knowledge and skill was clearly seen every time they wanted to do something for themselves. You can restore that God-given drive to learn in your children and in yourself too.
Traditional education is concerned with teaching a prescribed, content-based curriculum divided into subjects and generically prepared for all students. This worldly agenda predetermines your child's developmental timetable in the form of grade levels and the structure in which it all takes place. Classrooms, assignments, and textbooks, which are all teacher-driven. This form of informational learning that is supposed to educate actually squashes the creativity and learning we desire to see in our children. As homeschoolers, we can easily fall into the trap of making education-related decisions based upon these unchallenged assumptions that we are supposed to be educating a certain way. Lifestyle of learning emphasizes biblical transformational learning, where your child is educated from a base of relational principles, beginning with the attitudes, intentions, and motivations of the heart toward people and toward their own learning process, the inside, and working toward your child acquiring academics, knowledge, and skills on the outside, according to his individuality. The child receives parental instruction for how to direct his own educational process. The love of learning and the desire to create and grow is restored, and the children and you will love it. They'll learn way more than you can ever teach them.
Lifestyle of learning is not about how to make your current homeschool method more interesting, but it's about how to transfer gospel principles of reconciliation into all the dynamics of educating your family. This unique approach empowers families for whole life education by combining principles of growth with principles of learning, and by maintaining a focus on what is central to life, your relationships.
Your children grow in Christ-like relating habits throughout all of the learning process, while they eagerly pursue the development of the learning tools through academic activity, which is growth toward the ability to read, write, calculate, learn, and communicate well, and intellectual development, the ability to think right and convince others of right ways and thought processes. When I first read Lifestyle of Learning, I suddenly realized how much my kids were already learning, and I didn't need to keep having them do assignments and trying to make them learn certain things in a certain way at certain times. It felt so free just to let them go to learn all the things they wanted to learn, and it turns out they learned way more than I ever could have taught them.
One of my first memories from when we started Lifestyle Learning was that Mom and I got a book from the library about drawing realistic faces, and we both sat down and started drawing, and we were both really interested in drawing at the time, and it was just really special to just sit down and draw all day and learn so many new drawing skills. And I was really excited that that was school. Once Mom validated my interests, it was so exciting, and I was so happy to not have to do all the curriculum anymore.
When we started Lifestyle of Learning, my mom said, okay, today we're not going to do schoolwork, we're going to take apart this old stereo set. And I remember being out on the deck on the picnic table with a screwdriver, and I think it was just a screwdriver, and taking the screws out. This was the first time I'd taken apart something really big, and I loved it. It was a surprise to me that this was now school, but it was fun.
Whether you're just starting your home education journey or you've been homeschooling for years, we know Lifestyle of Learning can change your life and bring the fruit in your family's education and relationships that you've been hoping for.